The Y-D Red Sox walk off the Hyannis Harbor Hawks 5-4. Max Schwartzberg here with Graham Nash on Hawk Talk. But before we break down the game, Graham caught up with head coach Mitch Karraker.
Graham Nash with manager Mitch Karraker post-game. Coach, these kinds of losses happen over the course of a baseball season. What are the biggest takeaways that you have from this game?
Oh, man, I know I kind of beat the dead horse, but the free bases again. I think 2 walks ended up scoring today. Obviously the walk in the 9th was big, but felt really good about our performance today. I think the offense did a really good job against some really quality arms. To put up a 2-spot that late is huge. And then our pitching staff was phenomenal. Yasa gave us a good start. Good to see Mason Russell get his feet wet a little bit, and then Santi was incredible. And feel bad for Spesh because he's been really, really good for us, and felt really good about giving him the ball there in that situation. And we're going to keep giving him the ball in that situation. But yeah, just a tough one to walk away from.
I want to touch a little bit more on Santi Garcia. Was it the plan from the get-go to let him go 4, or was he just dealing well enough?
Well, I mean, we have everybody kind of on a general pitch count, and, it all depends on how the game's going, how he's feeling, and he felt really good, and his pitch count was way down, and so we just let him roll, and he did a really good job of keeping us where we were and giving us a chance to win.
Y-D pitching did a really good job of shutting down the bats, but then all of a sudden, it really came alive. What do you credit that spark to?
Yeah, just staying consistent in our approach. They made some really good pitches early in the game, and then we got some pitches to hit, and we didn't miss them late, so that was good to see. Yeah, I think the offense is doing a really good job, and just need to keep it going after an off day tomorrow.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys?
So a bit of a heartbreaker today, Graham, and when it comes down to it, 7 walks for Hyannis pitching staff, and in a team against the Y-D Red Sox, you just can't do that.
Yeah, second best team average in the Cape League. If you give these Y-D Red Sox chances, they're going to take advantage, and that's exactly what we saw. And manager Mitch Karraker keeps coming back to that. The free passes are what's killing Hyannis. We've seen it a couple times already. Some hit batsmen before. Tonight it was the walks. They got to clean that up. But again, it's June. This is the first few weeks of a long Cape League season. It's 40 games over the course of about 2.5, 3 months, so there's plenty of time for them to clean it up.
And while there's obviously a lot to be disappointed about, there's also a lot to be encouraged about. As we said, this is a very hot Y-D team, best of the East, best of the West. How about Hyannis clawing back after going down 3-0, a lot of big hits, and we've talked about getting that big hit throughout this season. They really came out to play today in that caliber.
Yeah, it was really impressive because in the past couple games, it's been the first 3 innings where Hyannis' bats have gotten hot. This time it was in the middle 3. They got those first 2 runs, I believe in the 5th, the top of the 5th, and that's rare. It's usually those middle 3 where the bats go cold. So I think that is the biggest positive takeaway, is that the bats found it in the middle innings when they were down. We haven't really seen that from this team. So I think taking that with the hot bats early, that is going to create a great move going forward for this team.
And one of the reasons why the Harbor Hawks were in the game for so long was an unbelievable performance from Santi Garcia out of the bullpen. How about 4 scoreless innings, no runs, no hits? It was just incredible.
It was unbelievable. He looked so cool, so calm, and so collected. He's been phenomenal all season long and just continued that. And Mitch Karraker, he said, his pitch count wasn't that high, so they were going to let him keep shoving. And I don't think he wanted to come out. When you're pitching that well, pitchers rarely do want to come out. And an awesome performance. Definitely a great takeaway night for him.
Well, we've talked all season long about the Harbor Hawks' ability to recuperate after an off day. They are off again tomorrow, a league-wide off day. They'll be back in action in Harwich on Tuesday. We'll see you all there.